There's a new spot to grind weapon XP, and it's better than any other method. So in this video, I'll go over how to do it and get dozens of weapon levels per hour completely solo. I'm Marshix, and to set up the farm, you'll have to do a couple things first. Load up the Ghost to the Deep dungeon and complete the first encounter. This is pretty easy to do, even solo. Just throw on Trinity Gold to clear out everything quickly, then when an ogre spawns, kill it and follow the green trail. Continue following the path and killing everything along the way until you encounter a Hive Guardian with a symbol above it. Remember the symbol, then kill the Guardian and finish its ghost. When you finish the ghost, you'll get a buff called Vestige of Light. This has a timer, and if it reaches 0, you die. So try and do this next part fast. Take the buff back to the middle, kill the wizard to create a deep sight node, activate the deep sight node, and place the buff in the statue matching your symbol. Now repeat that 3 more times until the encounter is complete. After that, follow the path forward, go through a few underwater sections, and you'll eventually reach the first boss, Ekthar. This is where the farm begins. You can place a rally banner here if you need ammo, then start the encounter. Possible epilepsy warning. Go to the back of the room and quickly take out the 3 yellow bar knights. Once all 3 are dead, an ogre will spawn and you can go ahead and take it out too. This will teleport the boss to a different room and all the enemies up top will infinitely spawn. And they spawn fast. Like so fast that this is probably a glitch. So all you have to do is hang out in one of these hallways at the top of the room and kill all the adds over and over with your crafted weapons. It only takes about 2 or 3 minutes per level with primary weapons, and it's even faster with special and heavy weapons. This method takes the 2 previous XP farms and combines them into one. You have infinitely spawning adds, access to rally banners for ammo, and once you get here, you have a checkpoint to come back whenever you want for the rest of the week. While you're killing things, they will be hitting you with a lot of splash damage, so you'll definitely want something to heal you like Sunspots on Titan or Devourer on Hunter and Warlock. One important thing to mention is that this encounter is in the 1800s, so you'll need your gear to be leveled up or else you'll probably die. But in the coming seasons when we overlevel this dungeon, it will become much easier and more efficient. Now, I know not everyone is willing to do the opening to a dungeon just to level weapons, so I'll go over a few easy alternatives that still give a ton of weapon XP in no time. First is Shuro. Load up the Last Wish raid and run up to the Wish Wall. If you don't know where that is, stick around to the end of the video. Once you get here, shoot the symbols to input this code. Doing so will teleport you to the Shuro encounter where you can begin the farm. Or if you don't want to deal with the code, you can just find a checkpoint from a checkpoint bot online. Okay, now that you're here, you can place a rally flag to get ammo, then run towards the door to start the encounter. There will be a ton of Taken Thrall grouped up by the door, and you can easily take them out with whatever you're trying to level up. If you're a hunter, you can also use Tether to make this go a little bit faster. Then just continue killing things until there's nothing left. There's also a trick you can do here to spawn more enemies, which makes this a lot more efficient. There are going to be a few knights and a captain. Leave these alive and just kill all the thrall. Once they're all dead, kill one of the knights or the captain, and a new wave of thrall will spawn. Clear those out, kill another knight to spawn another wave, and repeat this process until they stop spawning. If you do this correctly, you can spawn up to 120 enemies per run. For reference, if you don't do this trick, you only get 60 enemies per run. Once everything is dead, wipe to reset the room, and you can place another rally flag and go again. Each run only takes about a minute, and you can easily get 100 kills each time, so you'll end up with a ton of weapon XP in no time. This can take a while with primary weapons though, but lucky for you, there's a different spot to farm XP for primaries. You'll need access to the In the Deep mission on the moon. This is part of the Shadowkeep campaign, so you'll either need a character who hasn't completed it yet, or you can wait until it's the featured mission on the moon. Once you start, go through the mission as normal until you collect the Cryptolith. When you pick it up, all the lights will go out and you'll have to run to the beginning. But before you reach the final door where you can see light coming from outside, turn to your right and stand in this corner. Here, Thrall will infinitely spawn and run straight towards you. Then all you have to do is point and shoot as they come up. There are a few spots in this room where you can do this, but I like this spot the most. It's a very easy and chill farm, and since primary weapons have infinite ammo, you don't have to move from this spot until you're done leveling your weapon. This isn't quite as fast as Ekthar, but you don't need a high power level since it's only 1600, and it's much easier to set up. A while back, I showed a way to level 3 weapons at once using a glitch with terminal overload, and I have some sad news. It got patched. But you can still do something similar, it's just not as fast. Most activities will give you a big chunk of weapon XP whenever you complete them. This applies to all your weapons, so whenever you complete a strike, crucible match, or whatever activity you may be doing, either use the weapons you want to level, or just throw them on right before the activity ends to get that chunk of XP. The amount varies based on the activity, but like I said before, it gives the XP to all 3 of your weapons, so you can level multiple things at once, and it happens passively as you play the game. There are also 2 other popular spots to farm weapon XP, but I don't recommend doing them. One of them is the opening of Grasp of Avarice. Enemies spawn from the cave every so often, but it's not fast enough for it to be efficient. Also, you have to deal with exotics exploding all over the place, and if you pick any of them up by mistake, you'll have to run into the cave, and it's a whole ordeal. The other popular spot is Golgoroth, which is a decent spot to farm, but it isn't any better than any of the places I mentioned before, and you can't get there solo unless you already have a checkpoint. Now, if you want to see how to get to the Wish Wall and get up to 24 raid chests every week completely solo, check out this video. You won't regret it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm Marshix, and I'll see you next time.